Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be and will sure, but for now, I just want you to acknowledge it's a... That's good to hear. However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Sure. Give it a go. Oh, what? Nice! I don't know how you figured it out, but thank you so much. Here. To strangers fixing machines. Speaking of strangers, I'm Riley. So, first session? Me? No, I live here. I mean, in Rue Valley, not in the motel. So, how was it? I'm sorry it happened. On the other hand, I'm kinda glad it did. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here in the middle of nowhere. What'd you do? Oh, boy. Well, I hope Dr. Fink helps you figure it out soon. Not that I have any personal experience with therapy. I only ever go during our mandatory assessments. My brother, though, he used to visit Dr. Fink daily for quite some time. And trust me, I saw him getting better and better as the months went by. Until he quit. He had a minor disagreement with Dr. Fink regarding some of his, beliefs. But other than that, therapy really helped him get on his feet again. But enough about that. So, how do you like the motel? Met the crew yet? There's also Uncle Ben. He's the owner, and Robin's father. Aunt Anita was around until a year or two ago, but she's not a part of the place anymore. No, it's just that I lived here for a while. A long time ago, to be precise. The Flemings took me and my brother in after we lost everything. They became like family to us. We lost our mom in a house fire, and our dad had passed before that, so... yeah. Anyway, Uncle Ben was like a father to us. Still is in some ways. He's a little quirky, but he's got a good heart. Robin, too. I guess what I want to say is, you're in good hands here. Come on, lighten up. Sure. Anita? She's the queen of hospitality here in Rue Valley. What? No. Okay, maybe a little bit. It's not her fault that Apex Ore went under and the motel had no visitors for almost 10 years. Nita always dressed like that. You better believe it raised a few eyebrows, or a few dozen eyebrows around here. But ever since the divorce, she cranked it up to 11. I don't know. Maybe that midlife crisis or whatever, or she's finally a free woman and can do whatever she wants. Well, she was running the motel with Uncle Benny back in the day, and now she opened a bar with that hunky dude from Bothwood. What always happens. People drift apart, and after plenty of yelling, they call it quits and get a divorce. I don't think Kuipers is raking in the big bucks, but considering no one else is doing any tourist stuff around here, that kind of qualifies her as the queen of tourism. That's a very long story, and I'd rather not talk about it right now. Let's just say we're related. Kind of. You're welcome? Why do you ask? Is there a particular reason? Here's the thing about therapy. You don't need to know your therapist. All you need is trust. That's the point, right? Or so they say. You didn't think you two were gonna be like friends, did you? Right. Good for you. It's important to keep expectations in the right place. Well, if you need help feeling better after I just crushed your dreams, go ahead. Ask away. Maybe my answers will help. Maybe not. Who knows? If you're asking how long he's been in Rue Valley, at least 10 years. He came here to work for Coral Destiny. Lived and worked on campus at Starbase 1. That was his life. Until a few years ago. Specifically, he stopped working for them 2 years ago. Packed up, left the campus, and moved to the motel. He's been living and working there ever since. No, he isn't. But space exploration, colonization, it takes more than just engineers and scientists. Space travel grinds you down. Days, weeks, months inside a pressure-sealed can. Nothing but metal walls and the cold black outside. It does something to the mind. Ask any submariner. Ask any prisoner. And then you land and you realize, this is it. The rest of your life. A foreign sky overhead, a different gravity under your feet. A planet that does not love you, does not want you there. And home? You'll never see it again. Dr. Fink's experience in selecting the right people and teaching them to endure the pressure, clear their heads, make the right call when everything is wrong. Tolerate the unknown. It was invaluable. Without the best people with the right set of skills, you won't last long out there. It does. That's why his work mattered. No clue. Probably more of the same, helping people, or... His methods are unique, in a way. But that doesn't mean they don't work. They work for my brother. That's all I need to know. And for that, I'm great. Yeah, well, you'll have to ask him for the details. All I know is he quit and ended up here. I mean, back then, all I ever heard were praises from the people who worked with him. Not me, though, for better or for worse. I didn't. We had an interview back when he was at Coral Destiny. He said I showed high resilience in stressful situations. Strong adaptability. Should have put sarcasm and gallows humor on the list. But hey, he told me I could talk to him if I ever felt the need, and that was that. So I guess me handling stress well is the answer. Sorry, no cheat code for escape. Good timing. I'm fresh out of answers. Well, this was fun and all, but gotta go. Thanks for the coffee.
Oh, right. Honestly, I'm in the middle of something and didn't see a thing. Let's see. Ah, it's right there.
Mr. Harrow, what are you doing here? Understandable given the day you've had and your new circumstances. Give me just a moment. This is a mild, non-prescription herbal remedy. It is not a drug, but it will help you sleep. I have a favor to ask, Mr. Harrow. Tonight, given the circumstances, I've made an exception. But in the future, please respect my working hours and my free time, as well as my private space. Thank you.
Are you ready to check in now, Mr. Harrow? Yeah, my mom wrote those. She was real proud of them, too. Took enforcing them very seriously. She thought it was crucial. Rules for everything. To keep the place running smoothly, that was her whole thing. Right? Like every single part of life covered, no wiggle room, no fun, just rules, rules, and more rules. Anyway, since my mom left, we don't really enforce them anymore. Not like we used to. To be honest, we barely pay attention to them now. They're just there. Part furniture, part relic of the motel's past. As for my mom, she couldn't care less. There's a whole new set of rules for her new place. A fresh start. There you go. So, how do they stack up against the ones here? I get it. To me, they're over the top, pointless even. Still, her place, her rules, right? It's all those rules. They're like her shadow, stretching into every corner of our lives. Sometimes I still feel it, even though she doesn't even live here anymore. But don't mind me. That's just family stuff, you know? All right then, let's get you into your... So, number 6. All right. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay, I guess.
Robin, the Wi-Fi is...
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with... My name is Percy Rugger. But of course, Mr. Harrow, I'm here to answer any questions you might have. Mr. Harrow, the agency has insight into publicly available, but when we take over your case and sign the necessary contracts, we will be... Until then... He is not in our database, meaning none of our clients have been assigned to this Dr. Fink.
Oh, where are you headed, by the way? Vacation?
Anyway, I'd rather not talk about it. I just wanted to say
I know.
he's not at the motel, he's not...
Yeah, that sound like him, but still, I swear I've been standing... Welcome to Max Gas. You need some help getting gas in that city car of yours, or you want something else? We got no booze, mind you. Are you gonna buy something, or what? A pack of gum coming right up. And the password is... that's right. Uppercase T3, ST, exclamation point, uppercase X, 5, uppercase V, 3R, 1TA5. If my no-good brother came up with that spewing, let me tell you, it's one of the easier passwords he came up with. You ought to see the awful mess of a daily password waiting on me back home. The thing looks like someone hit a keyboard while sneezing. Oh, the therapist that works from the motel, right? It can. I have no interest in that man or his profession. Ain't personal, not at all. I got nothing against the man, I don't even know him. Think about it, pal. Fact is, you don't need therapy. No one does. First of all, what kind of person are you if you don't know what's wrong with you? Or are you lying to yourself? Or are you so weak that you can't look at yourself and truly see who you are? Second, if you know what's wrong with you, surely all that yapping won't help you none. You have to take action and fix all the shit that's clogging your mind. And the third, the drugs they prescribe, don't even get me started on that. Well, you might not look the part, but you're a reasonable man. And come to think of it, take that think of yours. If he was really worth something, wouldn't you think he'd still be working for Coral Destiny getting six-figure regular paychecks? Yeah, you're right, I'm just speculating here. Alex mentioned it at one point or another. I think they met each other at Coral Destiny's HQ. Yeah, Alex worked for everybody around here, but Destiny's his own personal record, 2 weeks and 4 days. That's what happens when you don't go to work 5 days in a row and you're not the owner or someone indispensable. Listen, I've had enough yapping. Do you want to buy something? You're right. What about it? Well, my great-grandpops came to this land some 130-odd years ago with nothing but a herd of cattle and a desire to make a name for himself. Maynard K was his name. Slowly, with hard work and a lot of sweat and blood, he purchased the whole valley from the state. Made it his own. Our family filled its coffers and prospered and built a magnificent ranch manor house. 'Cause every good story has one, I guess. Anywho. But the butt of this tale is the industrialization of food production. It became much more profitable to cram as much cows as you can into concrete and metal boxes, make them live in their own shit, and pump them full of antibiotics. I even heard the poor things are forced to eat their own dead. Yeah, the feeble and the dead get ground up into powder, which they mix up with regular cow chow. Cannibalism on the side. This increases the calorie intake and reduces costs. That's how the story goes. Well, anywho, my grandpops Philip tried to persuade great-grandpops Maynard to modernize, to follow the new direction money could have taken him. They had an offer to make a co-op with General Meats. Maynard refused over and over again, and that caused some bad blood between the two. That was kind of the point, you know. If they industrialized the cows, Maynard would lose both the only thing he knew how to do and his way of life. So, Kays kept on doing as Kays ever did, herding through the whole valley. But the industrials were making more cheap meat over flooding the market, and eventually that choked the family business dead. And as his business was dying, Maynard died. I'm just grateful he bit the dust before all he built with his own 2 hands fell to nothing. I guess, who knows? Don't get me wrong, he was 80-something, but still vital, still kicking, still riding through the valley till his last day. Philip always claimed the old man died out of spite, but I think he died from a broken heart. Still, he tried to rally the family, to industrialize, but it was too little too late. We were cornered out of the Gray City market by then. So, with no source of income, the family was forced to declare bankruptcy and sell land back to the state at dirt cheap prices. And that was the end of us. Within 1 generation, rise and fall of the House of K. It's the end for now. There are other stories about my family, but I ain't got the heart or mind to tell them.